Have you ever felt like the world has written your story for you based on what you look like or where you come from? Growing up, my parents would always tell me one thing. We're Asians in a new country. Always remember that. At that time, I didn't fully understand what they meant. But now, as an adult, I carry that awareness with me every day. Except now, it's layered with so much more. I am a woman. I am an artist. I am Southeast Asian. These three things might seem like simple facts, but they represent so much more. In today's society, there are identities that are often seen as limiting, minority labels that come with their own set of challenges and stereotypes. For years, I felt the weight of these stereotypes. Artists are starving. If you're Asian, you should pursue a respectable job, be a lawyer, an architect, or a doctor. Women can't be good entrepreneurs, let alone build their own empires. These narratives weren't just external, they were internalized. They whispered in the back of my mind every time I wanted to take a risk, every time I wanted to follow my intuition. But then something happened. I accidentally fell in love with painting. It wasn't planned. I didn't wake up one day and decide I'm going to be an artist. But the first time I picked up a brush, something clicked. There was no going back. I didn't care about the stereotypes anymore. All I cared about was the feeling of creating something from nothing. The joy of watching colors blend into stories on a canvas. For the first time in my life, I felt like I wasn't just living someone else's story, I was writing my own. You might not think you matter, but you do. From the way you look, the way you carry yourself, the message you believe in, and your unique expression, you matter so much more than you think. I've come to realize that showing up, sharing my story, and being myself doesn't just help me, it helps others as well. This is why my paintings often reflect a central character. I want to emphasize this point. You matter. Your presence, your voice, and your story have the power to inspire change. Today, I'm building a life and a business centered around my art. And I know what that means for someone like me. When I show up, I'm not just showing up for myself. I'm showing up for the little girls who look like me, who are told they need to fit in a box to be accepted. I'm showing up for the dreamers who are afraid to chase their passions because the world has labeled them as impossible. I'm showing up for the women who are quietly building their dreams in the background, waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to take up space. I'm aware of my identity. I'm aware of how my story challenges the stereotypes. For years, the world told me, there's no point in trying. You'll never make it as an artist. You're Asian. Be practical. Women shouldn't aim too high. But I've decided to flip that script. I believe that we are all capable of whatever we set our minds to. And if you're doubting yourself right now, I want you to know this. You are capable too. It's not easy. Some days are harder than others. But every single day, I remind myself of this truth. I am not here to fit into the world's expectations of me. I am here to create my own. When I paint, I'm not just creating art, I'm creating possibilities. For someone out there, seeing my work might be the reminder they need that they can follow their own dream. That's what drives me. That's what fuels me. So if you're watching this right now, wondering if you should take that leap, whether it's to start your own business, chase a dream, or simply to step out of a box that you've been put in, I want you to know this. You don't have to wait for permission. The journey isn't easy, but it's worth it. I'm sharing my story because I want you to know that you are not alone. Let's break the stereotypes together. Let's create our own narratives. If this resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me, what's one stereotype that you are ready to break? And if you're ready to surround yourself with stories of creativity, resilience, and possibility, subscribe and join me on this journey, because together we're not just chasing dreams, we're proving that they're possible, one step at a time.